Thanks for joining us for the Wellborn Distinctive Closets installation video. Before we begin our closet installation, let's review the design. As you can see, we have a U-shaped closet, so there are two corners. We have a diagonal corner on the left, and we have used bridge supports to connect the corner at the right. We're going to show you both methods. The first step to installing our closet is to mark the location of the wall rail. Since the wall rail is the main support system for our components, its location and attachment is critical. According to our layout, the top of the closet components are at 84 inches. The wall rail must be installed 2 inches below this. You will install your wall rail 2 inches below the top of your design. Now that we have our height marked, we'll use a level to draw a line across the wall. We'll repeat this process on the other two walls. Our next step is to locate and mark the wall stud locations. We'll do this on all three walls. Now we need to mark the vertical panel locations. We can now mark and cut our wall rails. Wall rails need to run behind all inside vertical panels and run to the center of outside vertical panels. We'll use a hacksaw to cut the wall rail to length and repeat the process for the other two walls. Now we will use number 8 2-inch Phillips panhead screws to attach the wall rails to each available wall stud. We've installed our wall rail on 2 of our 3 walls, but on the 3rd wall we've encountered a situation that requires the installation of a toggle bolt. There are 3 instances where a toggle bolt should be installed for extra support. If the wall stud spacing is greater than 16 inches, a toggle bolt should be installed between the studs. If the end of a wall rail extends over 6 inches past a stud, a toggle bolt should be used and installed at the end. If a vertical panel is installed over 6 inches from a stud, a toggle bolt should be installed adjacent to the vertical panel. First, we need to mark the location of our toggle bolt and drill a 1/2-inch diameter hole through the wall board. While holding the metal channel flat alongside the plastic straps, insert the channel through the hole. Once the channel is behind the wall board, pull the toggle bolt toward you until the channel rests against the back of the wall board. Now slide the cap along the straps until the flange of the cap is flush to the wall board. Place your thumb between the straps and push them side to side until the straps break off. We'll use a 1/4 20 by 1.5 inch machine screw to attach the wall rail to the toggle bolt. We can now cut and install the covers for the wall rails. The design of our wall rails allow the panel hangers to hook over the wall rail cover so they can be cut the full length of the wall rails, instead of having to cut and install multiple shorter pieces between each of the vertical panels. We're now ready to start installing the actual closet components. The first step is to install the diagonal corner back support. This piece goes in the corner on a 45-degree angle. As you can see, the back edges are cut at 45 degrees to fit against the walls. There are a couple of ways to attach this piece. You can install blocking in the corner, or you can use a 6-inch wood screw to attach it straight into the corner. For our demonstration purposes, we're going to use both methods. We've made our blocking out of some scrap 2x4 material. There are detailed instructions on how to make this blocking in our installation instruction sheet. We've marked the top of the diagonal corner back support at 84 inches above the floor according to our design. We'll hold the back support in the corner at this location and mark the bottom. We can now install our blocking in the corner using 3.5-inch wood screws. You want to be sure to attach the blocking to the wall stud to assure there is proper support. To attach the back support, hold it in place and install a 2-inch wood screw through the second hole from each end and into the blocking. For this demonstration, we're going to use a 6-inch wood screw to attach the center. Locate the center hole in the piece and install the wood screw 1 hole below the center. You'll probably want to pre-drill for all of these screws to make installing them easier. Now install connecting bolts in the top, bottom, and center holes. We can now start installing the connectors and prepare to hang our vertical panels. First, we're going to attach a panel hanger at the top back corner of each panel using 5mm Euro screws. The panel hangers are available for left and right hand installation. Now we'll install connecting bolts at the top, bottom, and center of each panel. Since both of these panels will have fixed shelves on both sides, we're going to utilize push-through connecting bolts to speed up the process. We can now hang the vertical panels in place. Simply position the panel and hook the panel hanger over the top of the wall rail. It may be necessary to adjust the depth of the panel hanger for it to go over the wall rail. This can be accomplished by turning the screw on the front of the panel hanger using a Phillips head screwdriver. With the vertical panels in place, we can now install our fixed shelves. Starting at the top, position the diagonal corner fixed shelf above the vertical panels with cam fasteners facing downward. Lower the fixed shelf down onto the connecting bolts and tighten them by turning the internal screw 1/2 turn using the Phillips head screwdriver. Repeat the process for the remaining fixed shelves. We can now install the remaining components on the left wall. These consist of an outside vertical panel and 3 fixed shelves. Since this is an outside vertical panel, the holes are only drilled halfway through. For this panel, we'll need to use threaded connecting bolts. Install the panel hanger, threaded connecting bolts, and hang the panel in place. Install the fixed shelves in the same manner as before. The main components are now installed on the left wall. We can now move to the right. This is going to be a double hang unit. It consists of 2 outside vertical panels and 2 fixed shelves. The bottom of the unit will be left open to allow clothes to hang. We did cut down this unit from 36 inches to maximize storage space on this wall. If you need to reduce a unit, you will need the cam fastener jig, depth gauge, and drill bit. Cut the shelf to the required length. Lay it on a flat surface and place the cam fastener jig over the end of the shelf. Hold the jig tightly against the front and side. This is a 14-inch shelf, so we will use the 2 front holes to bore our cam fasteners. After boring the holes, knock out the wood dust and carefully tap in the new cam fasteners using a rubber mallet. Be sure the opening in the cam fastener is aligned properly with the edge of the shelf. We now have the components hung on the left and right walls, and we can turn our attention to the back wall. As I mentioned earlier, according to our layout, the right end of this run will require that we cut down some shelves and install bridge supports. So we're going to work left to right, so if any of our measurements are off, we can make an adjustment when we cut the shelves. Note that we have left and right hutch panels that are half drilled front. This means the front row of holes are only drilled halfway through, so they don't show on the outside. We will use push-through and threaded connecting bolts on the unit depending on the situation. To make things easier, we're going to install our drawer runners before we hang the panels. Our unit is a 72-inch, 3-drawer hutch, so if we refer to our installation instructions, it will tell us exactly where to locate the drawer slides. Note that we've installed the panel hangers on the inside of the hutch panels, so they won't be visible once we install the doors. We can now hang the hutch panels in place and tie it to the diagonal corner unit by installing the fixed shelves on the left side. This will create our 30-inch unit between the diagonal corner and the hutch. We'll now install 14-inch fixed shelves in the top section of our hutch unit where our doors will be, and 19-inch fixed shelves at the bottom of the unit for our drawer stack. We will now close in the remaining space with 18-inch shelves and bridge supports. First, we need to measure the space for the actual cut-down shelves. You can take an actual measurement or put the shelf in place over the connecting bolts and mark it along the front of the adjacent shelf. In either case, you will need to subtract 3/16 of an inch from the length to account for the thickness of the bridge support. While holding the shelf level, place a bridge support on the front edge of the adjacent shelf and slide it to the rear over the cut-down shelf. We now have all of our vertical panels and fixed shelves installed. It's time to level all of the units and install the support strips. The panel hangers have height adjustment of 5/8 and a depth adjustment of 9/16. Adjustments can be made by turning the screws located on the bottom and front of the panel hanger. Using a level, adjust each unit so they are level horizontally and perpendicular to the wall. Cut and install support strips underneath the units on each wall using 2-inch wood screws. We recommend pre-drilling the supports to make installation easier. When all of the support strips are installed, go back and insert 2-inch wood screws down through the back of each bottom fixed shelf and into the top of the support strips. Wellborn offers 3/4, pressure-sensitive, adhesive backed edge banding in all of our finishes. If desired, this can be used to cover exposed ends on the support strips. The last step in securing our closet components to the wall is to install angle brackets under any vertical panels which don't have bottom fixed shelves. Place the angle bracket at the back underneath the vertical panels and attach it to the bottom of the vertical panel and the support strip using 2-inch wood screws. Then close the cover on the angle bracket. We will now prepare and install the doors on our hutch unit. The doors come bored and pre-drilled for hinges, but the hinges must be installed. Place the door face down on a non-marring surface. Place the hinge into the hinge cup hole on the back of the door with the hinge arm to the outside. Line up the mounting hole in the hinge plate with the 2.5 mm pre-drilled holes on each side of the hinge cup hole and attach with number 6 by 1/2 inch wood screws. Repeat this process for each hinge. The hinge mounting plates come with the mounting screws pre-installed. Note the arrow on the top of the mounting plate. This points to the front of the panel. Install the mounting plate in the 3rd and 4th holes from the fixed shelves. There should be 2 holes visible between the mounting plate and the top and the bottom fixed shelves. To attach the doors, hold the door in place and snap the hinge arm over the mounting plate. You will hear a click when the back of the hinge locks in place. The door may require adjustments to close and line up properly. The hinges have 6-way adjustability, side to side, depth, and height. The side to side and depth adjustments are on the hinge arm. The height adjustment is on the mounting plate. For ease of installation, all of Wellborn's drawers come pre-assembled. This closet features our metal drawer boxes. The drawer guides are integrated into the side of the drawer. To install the drawer, simply tilt the drawer up, slide and place the rollers at the back of the drawer box over the rollers at the front of the door guides, and lower the drawer and roll it into the back. If adjustments to the drawers need to be made, there are height and side adjustments built into the front fixing brackets on the drawer boxes. To finish the installation, add the adjustable shelves, closet rods, and various accessory kits. These kits come complete with detailed instructions. That concludes our installation. Thank you for joining us in learning how to install Wellborn distinctive closets.